Hey, what is up, guys? It is me, Y2D, and today I'm going to be discussing my NXT Takeover review. Let's start off with No Way Jose versus Austin Aries. It was a pretty good match from the beginning. It was pretty awesome. The fans were over with it. It was a really good match. In the end, it had Austin Aries go over, which was a pretty good idea, having the fact that Austin Aries has been losing a lot lately. So this one kind of put him over. And then Hideo Itami comes out, gives him the GTS. So I think Austin Aries and Hideo Itami are going to feud, which I think would be an awesome feud. Next up, we've got Ember Moon versus Billie Kay. It was an okay match, I guess. I mean, everybody knew what the outcome was going to be, having Ember Moon's debut. Ember Moon seems like a pretty good wrestler, and it seems like she's going to get a pretty big push. Next up, we have Bobby Roode, Glorious versus Cien Almas. It was a pretty good match, especially in the beginning. That Bobby Roode entrance, though, that was pretty awesome to see that. And then it was a pretty good match. Austin Aries won, obviously, his debut match. The Glorious chants were pretty awesome throughout the match, and him saying Glorious is really getting over in NXT. So it seems like Bobby Roode is only a matter of time before he gets a push. So next up, we have the tag team champions, of course, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano versus the Revival. The Revival won. It was a pretty good match throughout. Obviously, the Revival always put on a show. It seemed like Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano were gonna win, but then out of nowhere, Dash Wilder had his leg on the ropes, and then after that, the Revival took over and won. It was a pretty good match, and I'm almost positive that Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano are going to become future NXT champions. Next up, we've got Asuka versus Bayley for the NXT Women's Champion. It was a pretty good match from the beginning, obviously. Bayley being Bayley, putting on a hell of a show, and Asuka being Asuka, just being awesome. They put on a heck of a show. It was especially awesome when Asuka had an Asuka lock, and out of nowhere, Bayley hits the Bayley to Bellas, and everybody thinks Bayley's gonna win, but then Asuka kicks out, and then Asuka ended up taking over and winning. It was a pretty good moment. Asuka hugging Bayley, and then Bayley hugging her fellow 4 horsewomen. It's basically only a matter of time before Bayley gets called up to the main roster, either to Raw or SmackDown. So that's pretty exciting. Next up, we've got the main event for the NXT champion, Samoa Joe versus the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. Another great match. This whole card was filled with amazing matches. Shinsuke Nakamura obviously going over Samoa Joe. It was awesome when Shinsuke Nakamura hit the Kinshasa while Samoa Joe was sitting down, and then out of nowhere, Samoa Joe kicks out. It seemed like he has a broken jaw, but moving on from that, Shinsuke Nakamura then gets up, hits the knee to the back of the head, and out of nowhere hits the Kinshasa. 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke Nakamura is your new NXT champion. This was really something that everybody saw coming. It happened very, very fast, but he's the champion. Another guy that's almost only a matter of time to come up to the main roster is Samoa Joe. Well, that's all we got time for. Please like,